We do have churches and temples, but you can count it. I mean, we don't really have a lot. Temples, we do have a few, like Chinese temples, Buddhism punya temple. But
Hi, I'm Farwina Faro. Welcome to the very first episode of the Teh Chat. So Teh here means tea. So it's in Bahasa. Now why tea? Because I just love it. And I'm kind of imagining myself, sipping a cup of tea while doing this. But since it is Ramadan and it's daytime and I'm fasting, so I can't do that. But yeah, it's okay. Maybe in another episode, inshallah. So why I started this channel, because it is really close to my heart. We're going to be talking about culture. We're going to be talking about traveling. And since the pandemic, the COVID is happening, we don't get to travel anywhere, not abroad, not even locally. But it's okay. We still get to explore to other people's culture using internet, using online. And for this very first episode, we have a very special guest from Brunei. It's not that far, it's just our neighbor. All right, so I'm going to bring her in. This is Zurai. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. How are you?
So, how are you? Yeah, I'm fine, alhamdulillah. How's your fasting?
Good. It's been okay. It's a bit different this year than last year, though, because it's going towards the norm since COVID is quite better now in Brunei. So, yeah.
Oh, alhamdulillah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's going a bit more crazier than last year from Malaysia.
Oh, really? Oh,
yep.
That's so sad to hear.
Yep, it's not good.
Are you guys in a lockdown at the moment?
If by state or by area, it depends.
Oh,
so we're not in a total lockdown, but some area they are in lockdown. Some mostly it's called the movement control order. They just avoid people from entering another state. But the trouble is, like, I live in another state and I work in another state, so I still doing that. So
that's so sad.
One of the many things why it's hard to control here. Okay, so we're going to get to know you first. So.
Okay.
Right. So you introduce yourself. Who are you? I mean, I know your name, but
well, thank you. I'm Zurai, but I usually ask people to call me Zurai. It's easier. I'm a full-time physiotherapist in a local hospital, Pantai Jurudong Specialist Center. But apart from being a physio, I'm part of a humanitarian NGO, which is We Care. Basically focusing on relieving, any natural disaster or poverty in the country as well as international. So, but mainly our specialty is international projects with Gazans, with Syrians, Rohingyans. Pretty much. And what else about me? That's it, I guess.
Oh. So you have pretty much two jobs, right? I mean, your professional job and a charity job.
Yeah.
We didn't know Brunei have charity anyway. I think it's not a common knowledge to anyone. But we're going to talk about that later.
Okay.
So don't spill that part yet. Right.
Sure.
So we Malaysian, we know Brunei. It's like very close to our heart. It's like part of Malaysia, pretty much. It's like Brunei, Thailand, Indonesia, Singapore.
Yeah.
We're pretty much the same. Right? But for the sake of this video, maybe you just share with us some information about Brunei. Maybe like what does Brunei means, and the capital city, those things. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. When it comes to Brunei, I'm gonna answer from my point of view. Brunei, it's a little country in Borneo Island. We're squished between two Malaysian states, so Sabah and Sarawak. We're quite small. Even our population is about like 500,000 only. But if I could describe Brunei from my point of view, Brunei is peaceful. It's very religious driven, but like our main religion is Islam lah. But but we're also quite diverse. We've got like Christians, Buddhism, Catholics as well. Just few population. So Brunei, what does Brunei mean? From the history, I'm not too sure. But yeah, peaceful. Brunei is peaceful. Oh, and fun fact, Brunei's full name is actually Negara Brunei Darussalam. So we're one of the few countries that has Darussalam in our name lah. Yeah, and mainly ruled by the Sultan. So it's governed under Sultan lah, our king right now. It's a monarchy. Yeah. Pretty much about Brunei.
Wow. And I thought I heard somewhere Borneo actually means Brunei, or Brunei comes from the word Borneo too? Is that accurate?
I don't think so, because Brunei, I mean, for Borneo, we've got 3 countries in Borneo itself. We've got Indonesia, Malaysia, and Brunei. And I don't think it's driven from the word Borneo, but I'm not too sure. But the word Brunei comes from Javanese or Sanskrit, language. So it's more of language rather than the Borneo island related lah. Yeah.
All right. I googled Brunei. Obviously, I googled them, and I never know there are other ethnicities too in Brunei. I thought they're only Malays. So can you talk about that?
Oh yeah, we learned in like primary school all the way to high school that we have 7 ethnicities.
7.
Yeah, 7. Some of the ethnicities are similar, like in Malaysia lah. So we've got basically we've got 4 districts in Brunei. So Brunei does not really, it's too small to have states. So we only have like 4 districts. So if you can imagine how small Brunei is, if I want to travel from one end of Brunei to the other end of Brunei, it takes about 2 hours only. So I mean, in Malaysia, that would be like...
Yep, it's like going to work.
Oh my god, cannot imagine. Oh my god. In Brunei, 15-20 minutes drive to us is quite far.
Wow.
Even to shop. So I mean, we're so used to like just stay in our small circle. Where were we? What were we talking about again?
The ethnicities.
Ethnicities. So we've got 4 districts, right? We've got Bandar, we've got Brunei Muara. So we're mainly Malay Brunei ethnicity. We've got Tutong, we've got Belayat. Belayat got its own. Wait, no. Oh my god, my MID failed. We've got Murut, which is based in Temburong. Murut, Iban, Kedayan. What else? Bisaya, I think. Yeah, Bisaya, Dusun. So, and even like each of these ethnicities, they have their own language. And it's not even a dialect, it's a language. Like if you're from Murut, I wouldn't be able to understand your language. So
they are pretty much like the Borneo ethnicities mostly, like, right?
Yeah.
Like we have in Sabah and Sarawak.
Yes.
The Kadazan. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have Chinese and Indians?
We do have Chinese Bruneians. Indian would be the least in terms of population, but we do have a few, quite a number of Chinese populations, like Chinese Bruneians, and very few Indians as well. Yeah.
Oh, very interesting. I always thought Brunei is only Malays, and I kind of hear that would be Dusun and Kadazan because you are at the Borneo part. So, but I never know about the other ethnicities. Yeah. So you already mentioned about the religion. It's not just Muslim; there are other religions too. So, are there churches there, temples?
We do have churches and temples, but you can count it. I mean, we don't really have a lot. Temples, we do have a few, like Chinese temples, Buddhism punya temple, but Chinese and Indian punya temple as well. Very, very few. And I only know 2 churches in my district. I'm not too sure about other districts, but we do have like other religion punya holy place. I don't know what to call it. Holy place.
Yep. Holy place.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching the very first episode of the TED. I will be very much interested if you would like to talk about your culture. Just email me and tell me more about yourself, and inshallah I will be contacting you. Bye.